Let me tell you something that happened to me when I was 19 a time. When I was just an average guy trying to figure out life and, well, love. I wasn't exactly a heartthrob. Never had the charm or looks that made girls swoon. So when I finally downloaded a dating app out of desperation, I didn't expect much. For nearly 3 months, nothing happened. Crickets. Not a single meaningful match. Then, out of the blue, I got a message. Her name was Kate. Blonde. Gorgeous. Almost too gorgeous. My first reaction? No way this is real. Must be a bot. I ignored it, but 3 days later she messaged again. That caught my attention. Bots don't usually double text, right? Curiosity piqued. I clicked her profile. It looked a bit generic, but not robotic. I messaged back. We started talking regularly, nothing too deep at first. But within a few weeks, we were chatting every night. A month into it, she dropped the idea of meeting. She lived nearly 8 hours away by car, but I was intrigued. Nervous, but intrigued. After some hesitation and, let's be honest, some hopeful daydreaming, I agreed to the road trip. We had video chatted a couple of times by then. Her voice, her laugh, it all felt real. She called nearly every day. I kept thinking, damn, maybe I got lucky for once. But the moment I hit the road, things got weird. Kate started texting me constantly. Where are you now? You're still coming, right? Every hour. Sometimes she'd go silent, only to bombard me with messages minutes later. I thought, okay, maybe she's just as nervous as I am. But when I finally got close to her place, the vibe shifted completely. Her directions led me through narrow gravel roads, deep into the woods. Just trees and silence. Eventually I reached her house. It was odd. Not abandoned, but definitely run down. One of the upstairs windows was boarded up. Her red buggy was parked outside just like she said. I texted her, "I'm here." She replied with a smiley face. That was it. As I got out of my car, I felt eyes on me. I looked up and saw someone staring from the second floor window. My gut twisted. Probably her dad, I told myself. She had mentioned staying with family sometimes. I walked up and rang the bell. She opened the door with a smile and, to my shock, kissed me. I followed her in, half in awe, half on edge. We sat, chatted, and everything seemed fine until I brought up the man in the window. "You didn't say your dad was home," I said. Her expression changed instantly, pale, confused. "My dad's not here," she whispered. "What do you mean?" I asked, heart now pounding. "I saw someone upstairs watching me." Her voice cracked. "We need to get out, now." We bolted. I barely remember locking the car doors before demanding answers. She swore she'd been alone all day. I grabbed my phone and called the police. As I gave our location, I glanced up and there he was. The same man, old, thin, pale, just, staring at us through the window. The police arrived 30 minutes later. They found nothing but an open back door. Whoever that man was, he had escaped. Kate, terrified, asked if she could stay with me. I agreed. We spent the night downstairs. Her room was next to the one where that man had been. Later, she pulled out her dad's old shotgun. Never fired. She insisted we keep it close. I didn't argue. I stayed up, watching TV. Kate eventually dozed off beside me. That's when I heard its soft footsteps in the kitchen. My blood ran cold. I grabbed the shotgun, switched on the light, and there he was. The same man, standing just outside the glass back door. He looked startled. Thank God I'd locked the door. He turned and disappeared into the woods again. I called the cops. They came, searched again, and recommended we leave. Kate stayed with a friend. I went home, but as I drove away, I saw him again, standing by the corner of the house, watching. That was the last time Kate ever stayed there alone. Years later, something else happened that still gives me chills. I was 23, broke, and living in a hostel while attending a course in the city. I shared a dorm with 3 guys. 2 were cool. The third, he made my skin crawl. In his 30s, kicked out by his parents, and now using the hostel as home. The first day we met, he flirted awkwardly. I politely turned him down, but after that, he started following me. Elevator, cafeteria, lounge, he showed up everywhere, bought me snacks, tried to dig into my personal life. I kept avoiding him, but then it got worse. One night, I came back to find his stuff in my dorm. He had switched rooms without telling me. That night, I slept fully dressed. Jeans, hoodie, even shoes. Something about him didn't sit right. The next morning, as I packed to leave, he started crying. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. "I'm gonna miss seeing your face while you sleep. I took some photos last night. You look peaceful." I snapped, grabbed his phone, and found dozens of pictures of me sleeping. I deleted them all and got the hell out. Never went back. And yeah, I regret not reporting him, but I was too shaken. This fear didn't start there. It started when I was a kid. Around 6 or 7, I lived with my mom, her boyfriend, and 2 little brothers. One day, my younger brother came running, pointing at the backyard. "There's a man," he said. I calmed him down, told him to play, and called Mom. She called the police. They searched, found nothing. That night, as I was picking out pajamas, I heard breathing. Slow, heavy. I looked into the closet and there he was, a man, hiding under our clothes. I screamed, bolted out of the room, dragging my brothers behind me. We ran until we found help. When the cops searched again, he was gone. But my phone? Destroyed. Next to Ida Hammer. Not ours. He had been waiting, inside our house, inside my closet. Years passed. I was home alone one summer, playing games. Someone knocked at the door. I peeked. A man in a hoodie, holding a suitcase. Something didn't feel right. I stepped back, and that's when I heard the back door creak open. Another man entered with a bat and a trash bag. They were robbing us. I hid behind the couch, heart in my throat. One of them said, "Someone must be here. Why is the TV on?" They got closer, inches away. Then they moved on. The second they entered my parents' room, I bolted. Ran to a neighbor, filmed their car, got the plate. Cops arrested them 2 days later. And finally, Rome. Backpacking through Europe with a friend. Our hostel overbooked. They sent us to a private dorm. Our last night, we shared it with 10 strangers. I fell asleep, but someone kept taking pictures. Flash after flash. I opened my eyes. A man just staring at me. He climbed down, whispering, getting closer. When he knelt on my bed, I sat up, heart racing. "Do you have a problem?" He didn't answer, just walked off. That night, I stayed awake, and in the morning, I left that place and never looked back. Some encounters you forget, others you carry for life. These, I'll never forget.